You know what is really funny? Trump, who wants to win and knows how to make deals. I know how to make deals. I make deals. That's what you do. You make deals. I make deals with people. Deals. One day after assuring Americans that he's not running for president, quote, to make things unstable for the country, Trump said in an interview yesterday that he might seek to reduce the national debt by persuading creditors to accept something less than full payment. He's going to go. Do you know who owns most of America's debt? Americans! They're called bonds, government bonds, and the Chinese. So let me ask you something, Truth Seeker. Now, just between you and me here, Trump is such an ignorant son of a bitch. What would you do if you got a letter from President Trump? And let's say, just for the sake of argument, that you have $50,000 in government bonds that you have stuck away and made shit on them all these years, but, safe. And you're going to use that for your retirement. And those bonds you own, that's money that shows up in the national debt. You understand that? Okay. So Trump sends you a letter, President Trump. I realize you have $50,000 in bonds. Would you take 35? I mean, what? That's what he's saying. Can you see him approach the Chinese, who have trillions of dollars of not just American debt, but also this imbalance of payments? And he's going to approach the Chinese and he's going to say, tell you what, instead of 3 trillion, let's whack that in half. What do you think the Chinese are going to say? What's the Chinese for? Get the fuck out of my house, you moron. I don't know how to say that. Or something. Oh, now I'm going to get the emails saying, oh, Malloy making racist statements last night against the Chinese. Kiss my grits. Asked whether, this is according to the Times, asked whether the United States needed to pay its debts in full or whether he could negotiate a partial repayment, Trump told CNBC, quote, I would borrow, knowing that if the economy crashed, you could make a deal. There's nothing you can say about, if you're rational, about that kind of a statement coming from somebody who's determined to be president of the United States. I borrow a lot of money. I'd borrow billions and trillions and quadrillions and quintillions. I'd borrow it all. This is what he's done with his business career. I would borrow it all, and if the economy tanks, my creditors, this is what he does in bankruptcy. If I go bankrupt, my creditors say, you owe me $500 million. And I say, okay, how about 20 cents on the dollar? And rather than take zero, they say, oh, you son of a bitch. Okay. That's what he thinks he's going to do with the national economy. I'm going to vote for Donald Trump because we've been giving everything away and nobody gives us anything. So he's going to make America great again. Yeah. Now, on the other side of that, he says, and if the economy is good, it was good. So therefore, you can't lose. You borrow a lot of money. If the economy goes belly up, like it does about every 15 years, only it's getting worse and worse, and then it borrow a lot of money. And if the economy crashes in Trump land, in Trump brain, in this ignorant son of a bitch, if the economy crashes, we just make a deal. What's so hard about that? You just make a deal. With who, Donald? Well, who holds the paper? Actually, nobody. There is no paper. It's all mirrors and levers, you asshole. What do you mean, who holds the paper? And if the economy's good, it's good. So therefore, you can't lose. You can't lose if you lose. You can't lose if you win. If you win, you lose. If you lose, you win. I mean, if you win, you win. If you lose, you win. In Trump land, it's all a deal. Hey, let's make a deal. Hey. Remarks like this from a presidential candidate have absolutely no precedent in human or in American history.